Well, welcome back, everybody. My name is Nick Teixeira, and welcome back to Kenosha Darts Classic. If you were just watching along there, do apologize about the dirty air we just experienced. Not exactly sure what happened with the internet there, but it fizzled out on us. And now we're back and better than ever. So appreciate all you guys being so understanding with us. As here we are, back to the same match. We did miss the second leg. Currently 2-0 up for loose dart hole, but Savannah, Blake, and Mike looking very likely to make this 2-1 in this matchup here. Blake going for the 170. Not going to be able to reel in the big fish all the way, but does tee up 40 quite nicely. Good setup shot there. John Novak going to focus on bringing down the 3-4-3. Currently, the other top four matchup, 2-2 with Skylar Will and Elliott. Taking on the Weemy Elite. That is the Derek Krause, Rob Waterfield, and Sarah Sass team. Savannah, double 10. Doesn't take it. Crystal can go ahead and focus on setting up and hope for another opportunity, but not likely in this leg. You would expect Savannah, Blake, and Mike to get their first leg on the board here. Needs to leave a finish. Should leave a finish from here. And does do so with even that fallout. Oh, and there goes the camera. So we're going to give that a little reset. Tried to tell them, shaking my head no as they can see me adjusting it. But there we go. Double 1 doesn't actually take this out. Double 19 does take this out for Michael Cruz. So now it is 2-1 in this matchup of what has turned into a very chaotic match to stream between the internet and the camera kicking and this fly in the stream room that keeps flying right in front of my face. I am having quite the time, folks. Hopefully you guys are as well. Thank you all for tuning in to the solo commentary coverage of the mixed triples event. Crystal will get the start here. Lose the dart hole with that 2-0 advantage after the very clutch checkouts that was seen right as the stream was going down for them. They're in an interesting position, right? You have the start, you have the throw. All you have to do is focus on trying to hit 2 bulls around. If you do so, you're going to be just fine. That's going to be the mission on hand. Savannah falling low on the bull so far. Single 16 on the last and not going to be happy with the visit. There, a hat trick from Scott. This is looking dangerous early on. Already a 200-point separation, 201 to be exact. And there, just one bull on the grab, and you can see the frustration. Looks like there's some distractions going on at the dart hall at the moment. We're going to go ahead and take a quick moment here to thank the Kenosha Darts Classic organization for bringing us on over here for our second year of coverage of this great event. I'm having a long, fun time streaming these darts, and this is one of those events that's becoming a must-go-to on the radar. Looks like we're getting things back underway pretty quickly over here. And there, Blake does convert on a low ton. This has turned into a very interesting triples match. Already was from the get-go. We got all the curriculars going on, extra and otherwise. Crystal needs to try to convert a little bit more here. 29 does leave an opening for Savannah to try to close down this distance and get them back in to not only this leg, but this match. Good find on the bull. Good follow on the bull. Vander Less hitting the Vander most there. But Scott has a vision of 150 to hit 150. And one more bull needed. No, doesn't get to the finish. And Michael now at 386 can't leave a finish, so no punishment in sight for loose dart hole. Cruz hits the hat. And now John at 190. Focusing on trying to bring this down, make sure the pressure stays on, knowing that Blake will more likely leave a finish. Probably should just stay bull here. Don't get too fancy with this, John. He agrees, hits it, and leaves 79. Now Blake can only leave a finish and hope for an opportunity, as this one might be wrapping up for Savannah, Blake, and Mike. Will this be the last three darts for the Savannah-led team? If so, they're good. Finds the hat. But Two Toes Wagner coming up with 79. Will this dart convert? Not a bad miss, because now it's just single 20 for bull. Well, double 5. He's still on a finish. And doesn't take it. Misses outside as well. A little frustrating there. As now Savannah has an opportunity at 86, and 10's not an ideal leave. I debatably would 179 left over 10. But, of course, you have to shoot the winning dart. Another 18. Bull. Oh, one hole shy of sending it to a last leg decider. And now Scott Wagner, the highest average on the board. Sorry, second highest average on the board. With a match dart in hand. One already missed for the match. Make that now 3 missed match darts. Mike Cruz trying to amp himself up. Don't worry, this guy's always amped up. One for double 16. 17 is also an option. Very sketchy dart. Very sketchy dart. Was not aiming for the inner single right there. He's going to have to reset. This guy is all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Can he jump on the double 16 like a spider monkey? He can. And now all of a sudden it's 2-2. How did this happen, folks? We're going to go into that 3-dart count-up game to decide which team goes first. Anybody on the team can diddle, so that is what they're going to do. They're not going to worry about changing names. Blake will go ahead and show first. Good correction on the second. Needs to find another trip, though. Not that one. I should have clarified, Blake. Leaves it at 80. Opportunity now. Trip 20, single 20, left side of the board should be the shot. Single 5 makes it tricky already. Trip 20, single 20. Gotta stay true. And a big old single does get it, so make sure to really drill this dart. And does play it risky, but it does work. Will, you having fun out there?
A little nerve-wracking, but yeah, we're having fun.
Sitting pretty, huh? Sitting pretty in that seat?
I wouldn't say quite the seat yet.
Seat match?
We got the
Seat
seat
match?
match
Seat match?
coming, but
Sorry, I'm counting the chickens before the eggs hatch.
it got a little spicy out there for a minute.
Well,
so.
yeah, because of Liz Tynan's hot sauce she brought. Naturally. She did give us a bottle of it. I can't wait to play Will in another bet match maybe. Who knows?
Oh, no, definitely
Come
not.
on.
We're not doing that.
Come on, just go
The
supper.
stream will suffer the rest of the weekend if we do that one.
Yeah.
Let's just try all these hot sauces, guys. And, hey, sorry about your match. We got to go real quick. Literally got to go.
Jeffrey asking a question to Will. What inspired the finger guns that you did to the camera after your match?
I don't know. I just thought I'd do something.
You did it and then stopped and then
And
did it again.
I doubled down. You got to double down on the finger.
Oh, no, we
Finger point.
saw
You got
man.
one, and then I had to turn around and give you the full shebang, the whole kit and caboodle.
Oh, there was a lot of shebanging.
The old bang, bang.
Well, 1-2 punch there.
It's the old Cactus Jack.
Oh.
We'll give him the old nod.
Don't know who that is.
You don't know who Cactus Jack is?
No.
So, Mick Foley. Do you know who that is?
No.
Oh
That
my
sounds
God.
familiar.
Ladies
Maybe.
and gentlemen, please help me. I forgot that I'm dealing with Nick, who's never seen any form of sports entertainment, any
seen
form of
Moneyball.
movie. So you've never seen wrestling before? You know, Mankind?
No. Well,
You don't know Mankind either?
I actually don't.
You don't know Mick Foley, Mankind, Cactus Jack, or Dude Love?
None of this.
They're all the same person, but, I mean, they were wrestling characters.
I seen a video called Dude Love once.
Well, that was probably the wrong video. But we won't go there, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, Nick walked through that one. But, yeah, you heard it here first, folks. He doesn't know Mick Foley, sadly. So you'll look that one up later. We'll show you the Undertaker-Mick Foley match.
Okay.
Or Undertaker-Mankind match, I should say, where Undertaker threw Mankind off the cage.
Okay.
You've never seen that?
No.
Oh, my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. We're going to
You
call it
chose
a
the
night.
game back
We're going to
here.
call it a night. We've got some very important videos to watch now. I feel bad for you, Nick.
I get that a lot,
I really feel bad for you.
unfortunately.
The fact that you've never – we're skipping over this last league decider here, and I don't really care. The fact that you don't know Mankind or Mick Foley or any wrestler, to be frank.
Well, yeah, I mean, it just never really came
Well,
up.
if I say, what you going to do, brother, do you know who says that? Oh, my God.
When the Hulk Hogan comes for you.
Hey, at least you got Hulk Hogan right. But you didn't
Ric
know.
Flair goes, woo!
Oh, gosh. All right, back to the match here. We'll just –
Chat's going crazy right
yeah, because they freaking don't understand how you don't know any of this.
I was too busy playing Minecraft.
Clearly, you were too busy on the computer and not on the right sites, my guy.
Who's running the computer tonight, Will?
I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but it's – my mind is – it was blown before, but it is super blown now. The fact that – wow. Just wow.
Scott Wagner coming up to the line here at 337 and looking good in that going first position. Lou Serhol's up 2-0 in this matchup. Has let it come all the way back around, but now they're looking prime once again Cruz needs to find a hat trick here, needs to reduce his deficit.
We'll find the 150.
You're so disappointed in me.
Buddy, I hope you don't have plans to sleep tonight because we have a lot of videos to catch up on.
Well, whenever you and I share a room, I never plan to sleep.
Oh, buddy.
Because we're too busy talking about darts, even our free time. John now trying to leave a finish. It's not a bad miss except for where it is, right? The 20 itself is fine, but you can't hit Bull to leave a hat trick without risking deflection like that.
I'm going to have to disagree. The bad miss was you saying you don't know who Mankind is. I mean,
would you rather me lie?
I mean, honesty is a great thing, but brother.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh, my.
Never really got around. I'm Macho Man Randy Savage. Gonna rise to the top like the cream of the crop.
Give me a 180 and another 180.
I seen that clip.
Those are some pretty good ones. I'll show you the Jay Lethal, Ric Flair one later. That one's a pretty good one as well.
Yeah, Blake did not try to leave a finish.
Yeah, he needed to try to go for a little something different there.
I mean, Crystal has the opportunity to set up, but it's a last leg decider. It's tough. It's tough in triples format. In singles format, you should go for that setup.
This is about the time where that last round was the time where you need to decide, okay, you need to make an adjustment rather than just the 50, right? So you need to try to, if you're smart, you can figure out the math. You need to go ahead and opt to go a different route. I actually messed up earlier. I didn't go for the 60 soon enough. I went for the 60 with my last start rather than my last two, and it wouldn't have helped anyways. I would have left him 174 rather than 164. So those timing situations are massive in this mixed triples format.
Absolutely it is. Massive moment, speaking of. Scott's sitting at 90.
50 tops. 50 tops. Do not go 20s here.
He went one, but does recover well. Double 16. Doesn't take it, and now Michael Cruz has an opportunity to do a reverse sweep in this matchup if the 1-3-8 goes. Already saying the fatigue is getting to you, boys. I'm always like this, guys. This is just how I am. Bull, double 19 bull. Gonna just stay right in the bull. Double 19 for the match. Does go, and look at that celebration there with it. My goodness.
What a big time hit that was.
Well, and again, a 2-0 lead for Lou Starhole completely swept the other direction. My, oh my, what is going on here at the Kenosha Darts Classic? Drama, intrigue, and everything else in between.
I'm so glad you said that name because I immediately said something else on that team name. So anyway, it's the Kenosha Darts Classic. We're just going to keep chugging along. We got a few more matches to go from our brackets.
I believe we have a pretty good King Seat match hopefully coming up here with Team TNC taking on Skylar, Elliott, and Squilliam. And that should be actually, coming up next on the stream board here. Well, you need to go throw some warm-up darts, brother.
See you later.
All righty, guys. We'll be back in just a moment here for that seat match of Division 1. here we are, another great matchup. The King Seat matchup here in our Mixed Triples event. Looking forward to seeing how this one will play out, as we got a pretty interesting lineup. TNC wins in what I think is very fair to call an upset in the prior match against the tough team of Liz, Mike, and what was his name? Ian? Forgot that for a second. Sorry, Ian. And on the other hand here, you see a pretty tough team in Skylar, Will, and Elliot approaching, which we did get a good look at them, and they've been having some really good chemistry there on the dartboard. So curious to see how this one will play out, as Skylar will get things started here in leg number 1. Folks, let us know who you're cheering for, who you got in this one. Let's go TNC. That's what I'm saying. No offense, Skylar or Elliott. Mary Brand coming up, trying to take advantage. Currently playing some ska music out in the dart hall, it seems. Little known fact, and this is actually true, believe it or not. I believe that is actually Will's favorite genre is ska music. The Science of Selling Yourself Short by Less Than Jake, though. Absolute banger. James asking, is this going all weekend? That is absolutely correct. After our stream finishes today, we will be live tomorrow, I believe at 10:30 or 11, with our coverage of both doubles cricket and doubles 01. We will not be covering the blind draw on the stream. And then we will be covering singles on Sunday. Oh, and the Booyah Cup top 4 matchups that Will was talking about earlier there, and I totally remembered and didn't need some help here at all. Nick East, Bob McCoy, Mike Maloney, and number 4, Elliot Melk. Yeah, I knew that the whole time. Shout out to my field reporter for helping me out once again. Skylar just well in the second. Throws so quick with her motion. Like, not that the darts leave her hand particularly fast, but the arm is always moving. There, no bowls found for Mary. Great opportunity for Will. Coming up here. Doesn't need to get fancy, just needs to focus on getting 2 bowls around. Finds the first. Catches the wrong side of the dart, but does correct to the right side. He's kind of rolling his eyes. He made a comment earlier about how he's only been able to hit 2 bowls at a time. I told him that's kind of the point. You got a strong female going first, and you have a strong male going third. Will, your job is to be right in the middle. There, and of course, going to answer with a hat to make things nice and even between the teams. But Elliot will be able to set up the first look at a finish. Well, maybe. It's a low ton there. Wanted a little bit more than the 117 leave. In Skylar's wheelhouse, but Leroy can do a little bit of pressure here. Hits a hat trick for a potential 2-dart finish. That's exactly what he's going to do. Darren giving words of encouragement there in the background. Well, that fallout works. Does switch to the 17, doesn't collect. Then stays there, try to get the 15. Leaves it at 93. Not ideal. Will Stewart doesn't know his math if he does get a chance. Mary Brand, of course, going to try to take this here. Trip 18 for double 20. Bull for double 13. Single 9 to leave the bull, or 19 to leave double 20. Leaves 38, at least leaves it on a double. 57-36. It's a shot here for Will. Throws the ghost dart. He knows he's in Wisconsin. Has to throw that extra fourth phantom dart. 74 bull for double 12 for leg number 1. And woo, Will giving it a little bit of sauce. He was pointing for that dart left his hand. Can we get an instant replay? I'm the producer. You're not getting an instant replay, but that would be really cool if we had one of that. Wow, incredible stuff. Mary here to go ahead and get things started in leg number 2. It is a loser start format, so it's about getting that 2-0 jump. If you can do that, then you'll guarantee at least one leg with the throw on match point. Can't wait to see Will post his 1 checkout. He's not going to post a 3 darts miss at double 10. Not that much. Skyler frustrated going outside. Hitting the dartboard with a bird shot to get things started in leg number 2. Aaron finds the first bull. Gives it a little bit of a reset. That one gets away from him. But corrects quite well. Darren letting that dart know exactly how he feels, too. Well, it's going to need to settle down the adrenaline from that nice shot in the last. Adrenaline has been settled. Finds a hat trick. Makes eye contact with the camera, too. Will is just uncomfortable sometimes. But no, looking good so far. Having the higher gear on the team at the moment. Elliott Milk going to try to find a hat trick to follow up to reduce this to a dead even game, or close to it. And that's exactly what happens. Again, you're playing for that 2-0 lead. If you can get that guaranteed start at a 2-1 match position, you're going to be golden. Mary picking it up, though, in this leg. Does find a good low ton. Great shot there from Mary Brand. Pressure on Skyler to try to follow. Unlucky on the first. But recovers quite well with a low ton of herself. It is a sprint to the finish line. They're having, looks like Darren mad that Skyler has now ignored the fist bump twice, is what they were saying, twice. Darren always one to enjoy a good chat between throws, even during his throw sometimes. We'll leave 1-5-3 switching. And doesn't leave a finish. Don't know why you would switch there. 1-5-3 is still a finish, but now Will has the opportunity to set up a potential break here with Elliott falling behind him. One bull to leave 1-3-2 is golden. He's overthinking this a little bit. I think he was debating about the 12 there. Or the 18. Yeah, I don't love that in a fat bull format. I think that the bull for 1-3-2 has a very, I would say, 70% chance for Elliott to take something like that. 1-6-4 just requires a lot more work and probably closer to about a 25% chance to take. See if it comes into play. 2 19s or 20 and 18 to get a shot at that bull. Five not going to get the go-ahead. Instead, bringing it back on down. Leaves at 80 if Skyler returns. Mary, we saw take, I believe it was 76 earlier. 65 within her range. Made it harder. 15 double 10, 3 double 16. That's the risk of going the 15 route there instead of the 3 because you can hit into the 19 or 17 and then leaves it at 10. Definitely not advised on the last start either. Skylar has an opportunity for a 2-0 jump. 80's the shot. Double 15 incoming. That's a happy slap of the flight, in my opinion. Double 10 now. Oh, and she pins it for a 2-0 lead. What a recovery there from Skylar. And you can see Darren has his head kind of looking down at the ground there, trying to reset. This is a tough position for TNC, who has been absolutely in the fight here in the first and second leg. Will had that great checkout in leg number 1. Skylar, the great checkout in leg number 2. Mary doesn't find a bull in the open. Skylar has not started with a bull in this match. That will be different here. She finds 2 massive, massive strikes coming in hot. Raspy JoJo saying, why does Will Stewart look so mad when he throws? If you're curious, he doesn't just look like that when he throws. He also looks like that when he is looking at me while I'm commentating the entire time. The fact that his face doesn't have more wrinkles is truly a genetic miracle and marvel from the Wichitan. Well, unfortunately, having a little bit of a struggle in this throw, shaking the head, needs a correct. Doesn't find a bull, and now it's dead even. The early advantage already reset, but it is a reset going second. This is not the must-win leg for Skylar Will Elliott. This is a must-win leg for TNC. And Leroy going to find a hat trick. Milkman out on delivery. Trying to answer right back. Got to be careful with those flights. Does get through. Still dead even. Mary looking for a redemption turn. A breath and a drop of the shoulders. Just the 1 bull on the turn, but it is a steady improvement. Oh, look at this from Skylar. Just proving that she is better than Will Stewart when it matters most. Although Will's celebration before even throwing the dart in leg number 1 is going to go down in our USA Darts clip repertoire. Good hat trick there from Auckland. We'll have to switch off the bull if he wants to leave a finish, but you can start there. Last one got away from him a little bit, a little too eager on the redemption turn. But still relatively even. Leroy has been probably, I know Darren's been playing quite well, but Leroy's been very, very consistent throughout what we've seen from TNC across the matches. I feel validated in saying that, watching another hat trick. Elliott going to try to answer right back with a hat trick. There it is. Now it's between Mary and Skylar. 19 double 20, 9 for bull. 15 double 15, 13 double 16, 15 double 15 it is. But no, outside on the last. Skylar has an opportunity here. Will she get some match darts? Will it be 1, 2, or 0? $8.16 wire again. But no, doesn't pin it on the last. Now Darren on cleanup duty to get the first leg on the board in the seat match for Team TNC. Does pin it in 1. So now 1 missed match start for Skylar, Will, and Elliott, but they get the start in this leg. Will they have more match darts? That is now the question. Skylar taking a moment to reset. You can see the frustration. She's a very fiery player with her own game. High energy. .26 on the score. Will Mary be able to punish? See the big head shakes from Mary. Not happy with where those darts were going. And Will let out a yawn before approaching the line. What, are we not entertaining you, William Stewart? It's a low ton. They're going to try to gain advantage, fishing for a hat. And does it do so? So a little bit of ground gain. The first strike in leg number 4 here coming from TNC. Alan Chat saying, am I getting old? I miss watching Big Dog, Carver, and Kirshner. We all do. Those are some of the greats, especially in Wisconsin darts. I was getting into it as those careers were shifting. I remember one of my first, or not one of my first, but one of my first team leagues to qualify for an event in Vegas was playing against a Benny Durst-led team, and then another one that was a Scott Kirshner-led team. And I actually, in that very event, I went and played in the world competition, and I played Ray Carver in the round robin, got through, and then lost out to David Fathom in the top 64. And I remember watching these guys, and now kind of getting into a little bit of a generational change and different focuses, right? I know Kirshner and Big Dog aren't playing as, and Carver, all three of them not really playing as much. But it's an important reminder, folks, if, you said, oh, maybe I'll watch a stream, or maybe I'll go out to this tournament, or maybe I'll go play with this person. You never know what tomorrow's going to be like. You never know when someone's going to put up the sticks for good. So if you have an opportunity to play with someone, play with them. If you have an opportunity to go to a tournament, go to it. If you have an opportunity to watch the tournament, watch it. Darren once again finding a hat trick, staying perfect in this leg so far. Elliott to leave a finish for Skylar. Also staying perfect. Leroy, who has not been perfect in this leg, but has been solid across the day. High pressure moment, needs his last start to connect, and it doesn't at one of the most pivotal moments in the night so far for TNC. 151, but it's not a lot of pressure on 93. There's the 57, double 18 for Skylar. Double 9, needs the reset, needs to play it a little conservative as well. Don't play this too aggressive with Mary at 151. And pins it! And there you go. Skylar, Will, and Elliott guarantee a finals appearance. And we'll be moving on. Will doing a little dancey dance over there to try to get around and give some handshakes and hugs to the tough team of TNC, who'll be fighting to try to get back into the mix. Oh, my goodness. That is a jump scare, folks. I apologize for Will Stewart's face there. He was just born like that. Coming up next here will be the 4th place match of Division 1. I believe there is still other divisions going on, so that we could potentially be getting one of those other matches here. So don't go far, folks. My name is Nick Teixeira, bringing you coverage of this. We'll be back in just a moment's time here with more coverage of the Kenosha Darts Classic. Here we go. We got another good matchup here on our live stream. Once again, it's the fourth place matchup of Division 1 triples here at the Kenosha Darts Classic. Mike Maloney, Butterfingers that dart so far. They might have called that one a thrown dart. But no, we'll go ahead and recover well with a trip 20 on that last start as they get a little choked up. That's the beauty of that last start. We got Mid at best taking on Weemy Elite in this fourth place match. Winner of this will move on to play in the third place match against Team TNC, which we saw got brutalized by Will Stewart and company. But Mid at best will get the start here. Yes, Will Stewart. Always Will Stewart. But here we go. Let us know in the chat who you think will get the win here, as this should be a great one, with Kraus, Rob, and Sarah playing together. In for a good time. As Liz Tynan goes ahead and starts off with a hat trick. Midwest probably a little frustrated that they lost to that top four on the winner side of the bracket. One of those teams that on paper should absolutely be in that seat match range. But they did recover by getting a win on the loser's side of the bracket here to get into the money. We are now at the money section. Mike only gets one bull on the visit. Kraus stepping up. Opportunity to regain some lost ground early. Not as familiar with Kraus. I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table as he finds a hat trick there. Some good stuff indeed. Hey, Kevin Kraus. When I saw the name Kraus earlier, I only saw the nickname, and I mistakenly called him Derek Kraus. Shout out to Derek and Denise Kraus. It was a fair guess, all things considered.
Yeah, Derek. What is he, Blue Water?
Yep.
Blue Water Amusement from Whammo, right?
And Denise, his wife, my dad's mortal enemy on the dartboard. We used to play them in doubles league, and Denise and my dad would have fun battling over there. And meanwhile, I'm like, Derek, stop, please. I can't keep up.
That is actually one thing that I have not done is play a soft tip league. Fun fact.
It shows with some of your decisions you've been making on the board.
No kidding, right?
You know, you could choose to hit more than just 2 bulls in a round.
I know that's like a factor, but it seems like I'm just due for 2.
Nah, it's cool to be able to watch you play, watch you have some fun, and hit some clips with your checkout pointing there.
I knew you were hating every minute of this because you were like, oh yeah, hopefully he goes 2 and out, and it'll be an easier stream. And now it's turned into.
I promise you, I get my fair share of Will Stewart enough nowadays. I was enjoying the quiet time.
Very true.
Feel bad for the chat that hears me, because I always love every single time I solo commentate, especially after drinking an energy drink. They're like, how does Nick do play-by-play and color in the same sentence? And I just keep going.
Well, folks, that's why.
Good last start, but the advantage has been given to the other side. Ian, who absolutely started off firing today, had a big struggle in that top 4 match. Kind of fell off for a bit there. Looking to recover.
Yeah, another bull would be nice here. I mean, that's an okay switch, but if you tee up just the bull, leave your teammate 107, gives him some options.
Absolutely. Hot Rob, on the other hand, needs to make sure he leaves the finish, and now getting sketchier, does do so.
Big thing, yeah, grab the bull there.
Let's start off with a hatch. You would love to finish with the 138. Not going to happen. You can keep loving that all you want, Liz.
Him to go 19s there. Yeah, just to if you hit a fat, even it up.
I don't mind it. You got Michael Maloney following you. 2 bulls is definitely a very doable shot for him.
If you get a look, though, I mean, Sarah, the kind of player that can definitely take this.
Oh, sir.
Oh. Tough second.
Alan Collins saying, we need these machines in the UK. Why has no one invested in the UK? Great footage again from USA Darts. Well, thanks for tuning in. As Mike Maloney does go ahead and pin that for a 1-0 lead for mid at best. I will say there is some boards starting to pop up there in the UK. This is there's a new pilot program going on there with BullShooter, so there's a couple locations starting to pop up there.
I think as darts starts to take off, I mean, of course, we're talking here. It's really blossomed and other parts as well. But, yeah, just looking at the progression of darts in general, it would be pretty smart for the European market to gather some of these boards and place them in some areas that could definitely use just a little bit of a different game here and there. Granted, darts is darts, but just a little bit different than the ordinary for them.
Sarah doing what Liz did in the prior league, starting off with a hat trick here. And I couldn't agree more, Will. There's some great stuff going on with just darts in general, and the interest in Europe definitely has been growing in the soft tip side of the game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there is some BullShooter boards starting to pop up in the UK, so keep being on the lookout there. And hopefully we'll be seeing more and more out there.
Yeah, I mean, just another note on that, actually. I was very surprised when we started talking to the Bull Hitters, the big YouTube channel overseas, how really interested they were in soft tip and continue to use the grand board and maybe another board as well. I think that's awesome. It's awesome. And plus, maybe we get a little bit more respect when they notice that this is a game about what you miss. Not what you hit.
Yeah, no, was it Larry Butler was the one talking to you about that not too long ago, right?
He said soft tip's harder. I said, what? He goes, yeah, when you think about it, that other opponent probably is going to come up there and bang a 9 as well. So maybe that 7 mark comes into play more than a 7 mark on a steel tip board.
Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. I think that there's a room for both as a dart player. Now, yeah, the IDF and WDF partnership is pretty interesting there, and now officially combining the sanctioning body for not only steel tip events but also soft tip events in Europe. I'm curious to see how that will play out long term, but I think we're in a time of partnerships and big crossovers and collaborations.
Definitely. Well, look at this display here from this team. Elite 196 compared to the 488 score line for mid at best.
Living up to their name, unfortunately, at the moment. Okay, I'm sorry, Liz. I didn't mean it. Does find the hat trick. And, Michael, this tournament is open to anybody and everybody, so come on over. There's still 2 days left of events. You can still sign up and play. And a big $750 added blind draw tomorrow, too.
I think the tournament is taken a little bit by surprise tonight by the attendance. I will say very good attendance here this evening, but it took just a little bit more time than they wanted to get everything in Tournament King because we're using TK software instead of the
it's
traditional
the first
copy
time fully
sport.
switching.
Yep. So that is another mentionable.
I blame Will Stewart not giving them a real player code, probably just messing some up.
That's it. I used my 1 of 5. No, I'm kidding. Barely have one account.
Fortunately there, Rob does not hit the single 20 to get a shot at the bull and misses the 18 on dart number 3. Giving an outside opportunity now as Ian's going to go ahead and make sure a finish is left. Hits a hat trick. Sarah, 64. She's been great this leg, hitting 5 for 6 on the bull so far. Can she make this one apiece? This is the big number, 3 for bull. Bullseye for Sarah Sass. And nails it. First time I got a chance to commentate Sarah Sass would have been the 38th BullShooter Tour at the Niagara Falls Regional. And I was immediately impressed. Had a lot of nice things to say about her dart game. And I've been following her ever since. And let me tell you, she's a absolute menace on the dartboard.
Yeah, she's a great player. I mean, she's done well, and sometimes she's been the number 1 in this team here. So that just goes to show you, just kind of the damage that she can do. I will say, this is the steel tip coming out here. That shot, I just don't like the bull leave on dart 2. I always hate
on 53?
that. On
50?
64.
Yeah.
So she went 14.
Yeah, went 14. Yeah.
And then dropped it. But that's the thing. Like, you're leaving. I mean, I get it's a fat target.
It's a big target.
But if you miss,
don't miss. You can say about anything you leave.
That's
doesn't matter.
But
you can say about anything.
True, but that's why I when I'm in those touchy situations where maybe it's a 2-dart finish, I tend more towards the steel tip route of going trip 16 there to leave myself maybe a possible chance or 2 if I get it. But that's just being.
Oh yeah. But over time, I mean, it's just playing percentages.
Exactly.
You're not wrong, and especially if it's also, by the way, a singles format. Do what you're most comfortable with. Double, do what you and your partner are most comfortable with. And triples, I mean, that's when you start to really consider where the rest of the team's at, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other reason why going for a bull for the winning dart is not as bad is just because it gives you the opportunity to fall out and still leave some particularly decent finishes or clean up. But it's just the size of the target at the end of the day. I'll literally, I mean, people have seen me, like, if I'm on 138, I go bull, double 19 bull. Like, that's the order I shoot it.
On 138?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in this format, I was thinking steel.
Yeah.
Again, I was like, wait,
No,
no.
No, but in soft tip in the format like this,
I don't mind that.
would shoot the double 19 on the second dart because the worst case scenario, I go inside. If I go outside, then I'm stupid. But if I go inside, then I can just hit another single 19 and leave. So that's the type of stuff that I think about when approaching these shots.
Or like 107, I would go bull first rather than the 19s.
Yeah.
Even though the 19s is kind of a safe route.
Bull 7 bull.
But in this double out, I don't know. Mike needs to leave a finish here, so taking this conservative route of going 17s, and unfortunately hits the bogey there. So advantage for Kevin if he can kind of put himself in a situation here, grab 2 bulls. Advantage their way.
You can stack on that dart. Another one.
There you go.
Justin, yes, this tournament is always around the same time as last year. It took place
I think
on
it was
Halloween
the year.
weekends.
Yeah, the week. Technically, next week is when it happened last year. So
around the same time in October.
Yes, around the same time. I know that there's a big Halloween party here at the Brat Stop every year, and they try to make that happen where it lines up the same time. I know this year, unfortunately, it didn't. Unfortunately for us, fortunate for our sleep, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Great.
bonus will be a little bit early on Saturday.
Oh, Rob at 103 misses the bull on that first dart. Very frustrating. So now it's just about setting up. He's debating about how to leave the bull from there. Instead, it's just going to focus on leaving a proper double.
Yeah, unfortunately, that 99, not a 2-dart finish. So however you want to do it, not the ideal way to leave that at 34.
Yeah, it should have been 17 that last dart.
But I don't think it's going to matter. Usually tying it on 60, although she hates
that
double top, or tops, I should say.
She almost went double-double. And now Sarah has an opportunity at 34. It's not the ideal leave. Don't split. Drill. Drill, drill, drill. Now play it hard. And does find it. 2-1 lead. Mid at best in a struggling spot here, huh?
You see Kevin give it a go back there. He knew how big that dart was. That puts him one leg away from a third-place battle with Darren, Mary, and who's the last? Is Zoe?
Oh my gosh, Leroy. Yeah.
I think his last. The
was.
name of his last.
Was.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was Zoe on the back of his jersey.
No, it's
Wozniak.
Wozniak.
Okay. Talk about a good triples team, though. I mean, if one wasn't collecting, the other two were.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and overall, if you told me that these were the top 4 teams, it makes sense, right? Liz Tynan, I would think, is probably the highest averaged player in the room overall, as far as for females. Skylar, very competent, freshly sponsored female for Monsta. Sarah has proven time and time again, and an invitational participant. And Mary, a seasoned veteran of the game as well. So, yeah, and that's mixed trips, right?
Yeah.
It's about having the powerful female, and then whatever the guys do is whatever the guys do.
We also have some other females. I mean, Trina Reed's one of those. When she's on, man, she is fireworks. But at times, if you find yourself off, well, if that teamwork isn't working, unfortunately, you're going to find yourself in the loser side. So,
yeah, you have to find that chemistry there. That's one thing that your team's full of, huh? Chemistry.
We found it. I think we've been rocking here. I think we took a little bit more serious that last match, of course, but
as you should.
I think so.
So, you know, this against your guaranteed at least second place, right? What are you gonna use that potential prize money for? You got any ideas for it?
Going back to the tournament, my guy.
Let's go to the brats.
That's it. 17 brats, please. Right now. Well, they're out in front, but a 150 helps the cause.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, won't go. This is so far looking good for a 2-2, but it's a little too early for that.
Yeah, it's 6 starts for 254 points is right now where it lies. As Kevin cannot leave a finish from 3-6-7.
That's a guaranteed 6 from the 146. Does not have to go, so you can attack Bull right off the rip. Of course, that's probably going to be your first start most of the time anyways. Bull will leave 96 here.
I'm curious to see how Ian will take this. It should be as simple as the Bull 2018. That's not where I would have put my first. But does recover quite well. Did go double 15 to leave 50. I'm always a fan of some shenanigans like that.
Shenanigans?
Shenanigans. I only know that because you and Sean do that.
I know.
I haven't, yeah.
I'm glad you told our audience that.
I'm an honest man.
Man just does not watch movies, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't even know who Mankind is. We'll just go back to that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, can't do that off the start here, Liz.
This is
now 319.
very scary.
319. 319 wire.
Oh, good recovery from Liz Tynan.
Yeah.
I was holding my breath there because I thought that this was about to be topsy-turvy.
If she wouldn't have hit that, you kind of say the nod for 67 to go.
6-7?
I guess 6 or 7. And now we'll go to a count up. Here to decide who's going to go first in our deciding leg. And although it says Liz Tynan, that is not Liz Tynan.
I just love Mike giving himself a come on Mike before approaching the Aki. But only 83.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Mike, Kevin's been pretty good at these count-ups.
Trip 20. Doesn't find it, so it needs to probably switch to any triple. And doesn't collect and gives it right back in a very unlikely fashion.
Yeah, he's upset about that one, knowing coulda, shoulda, woulda. There was an opportunity there, and he didn't take advantage of it. So those 135s he was hitting earlier on the count-ups, it don't matter in this circumstance. Back to Liz to get us going. And our last leg decider. Who's going to play in the third place match? Will it be Mid at Best or Wimmy Elite? What a name.
What's a Wimmy?
Minnesota, Wisconsin?
Wisconsin, Minnesota. Oh, yeah.
There you go, bud. You didn't think of that one?
No.
Nah, I figured.
Oh, look at that from Sarah giving it some stuff. You can hear a little bit of a cheer from the audience as she punishes the single bowl open from Liz, taking early advantages. And that dart slipped straight out of Mike's hand.
A little pressure put on Mike, and you can see how he responds. Only a low ton, so Kevin, what do you say, man? No better time than now for a 2-bull turn. Make it a 3-bull turn. Keep it perfect.
There's some cheers going on. The energy is going on right now with this. This is quite the heater coming the way of Mid at Best. Hutch does go ahead and find a hat trick of his own. Hot Rob has been a little bit of the X factor in this match. It's been hit, it's been miss.
You said it best. It's been exactly that. 1, 2 bulls at best.
But the 2 bulls there is absolutely what he needed to do.
But still need a couple big hits when he returns. I mean, 285. You're still kind of in that tricky category where Liz just made it interesting, right?
Absolutely, Liz did. Because unfortunately, for Sarah, you're absolutely right. Will needs to hit 2 bulls and a decent fallout to get to a finish.
Now
Need
2 bulls
trips.
won't do.
Yeah,
She needed to adjust there.
I don't know. I think in a triple scenario, I'm okay with her staying for the low ton there.
She just gave it a little fist pump. I'm not sure that.
I think it was the right call. I know. I agree that normally you need to try to leave a finish, but in this scenario, I think they're setting it up for the C player to take.
Well, here we go. What do you say? Who's taking this one? You got 3 seconds to answer.
I like Wemmy's position overall because all the pressure right now is on Ian, who has had some high and low moments. 121 is absolutely something he can do, though, from what we've seen so far. Will he be able to take the 121? Match-defining moments. There's, at max, 6 starts left in this match, in my opinion.
Well, do you go 20s first or do you go bull?
Either.
It's a tough call. He goes bull. Now 21 for bull again?
No.
Or 51-20?
51-20.
Oh, I told you.
It's time for Mid at Best.
I love the
My
play.
goodness.
What a play.
Whoa, Nelly. Such a way to shoot it. Oh my gosh.
From the depths.
And that's from a straight true blue steel tipper, folks. This is like one of his first Optum tournaments. And Ian collects big when it matters the most. And very inspired performance. And unfortunately, they're just not going to go the direction.
You can see Mike wiping his brow there, knowing he just got away with one. What a shot on the 1-2-1 finish. We'll continue trucking on to our 3rd place match. Oh, my goodness.
Mid at Best will be taking on TNC in just a moment time, folks. So don't go far. Nick Teixeira, Will Stewart. We'll be right back. here we go. It is time for the third place match here for Division I of trips at the Kenosha Darts Classic. Mike Maloney, a.k.a. Liz Tynan, apparently, start off with a 180 here on the diddle. Will not be matched here by Darren Auckland, a.k.a. Mary Brand. As here we go. It was a race to 3 fat bull, open in double out format. You can also use the bull on the outs. And this should be very interesting as Liz, Mike, and Ian survived a bit of a scare at the end of that last match. A must-take 121 with a well-in-range checkout from Sarah Sass incoming otherwise.
Yeah, that was a tasty 1-2-1 finish. And, yeah, it could be the thing that momentum pushes this team into the finals. We'll find out here. But either way, we've seen what this team of TNC has been able to do this evening. I mentioned it earlier. I said during our match, if one was not hitting, the other two were. So that's a good place to be, rather than one person's out and then the whole team's out, unfortunately.
Certainly, and this is a rematch of that top 4 match where Mid at Best took the loss 3-1, almost 3-0 to TNC. If TNC plays like how we saw them earlier, this could potentially go that direction again. But Mid at Best, playing with extra motivation. Had a great talk over there with Ian, Mike, and Liz. You and I were chatting with them just before this match, and they were talking about how much they hate doing bull last start finish setups and how much it messes them up.
Yeah, they mentioned that, and it's kind of surprising for Mike, because
how much soft
that much soft he plays, but it's just that he plays the true double out format most of the time in his matchups. So where Liz and this gentleman will tell you, steel tip's our game. We'll fancy that outer segment of the board rather than going for bull.
Yeah, I on the opposite hand, I mean, those routes always feel the best. I just feel so comfortable jumping around to try to leave the bull last. That's one of those things where you kind of have to develop it into your game. As Leroy hits a nice hat trick there. Yeah, and probably on that, the Darren, Mary, and Leroy team, I think he's been the most consistent amongst the 3. Especially for what is expected in his position. Mary's opportunity to go ahead and get advantage for TNC against the darts.
This is a big-time look. If she can grab 2 bulls, a great turn. Won't find that, but barely edges him out in front. And in this instance, Mike needs to hit a 180. And he's not even going to take a look.
Yeah, he's gambling on the fact that he doesn't think that Darren will be able to leave a finish from here.
Well, 150 here isn't really the smartest play, is it?
Nope, but 160 is fine.
Exactly. So keep that in mind. Let's see if he attacks it or if he even gets the chance to. 1 bull. 2 bull. Go up. Go up. Go up.
He does. He went for the 54, which is also fine.
That's fine.
There's one or the other.
It had to be one or the other. You can't leave yourself and go for the bull there. Unfortunately, he didn't collect, but pretty much neck and neck here. Let's see what Mr. Hutch does. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, that'll play just fine. First start miss led to 2 bulls. Another hat trick from Leroy would be really well timed. The way that the R is capitalized in the L, it just almost makes me think it's Leroy.
Deceiving, huh? Deceiving.
Bull in the last does leave an opportunity for Mary at the 120 if the 86 doesn't go. That's a big if with Liz Tynan coming up.
Yeah. But even there, she went out. Kind of went out the soft tip way there, didn't she? I was expecting going the 18s there myself, but however it gets it done. I mean, 50 does leave yourself 36, so can't doubt her for going that way.
Trip
but
12 bull for the fans.
I knew that was coming. But it'll come right back to their team needing that double 4.
Mike Maloney, who is perfect on the leg. Not as perfect now. The double hitter, struggling on doubles.
Nails it. Can I just ask you something?
You can always ask me something.
How long did it take you to figure out I didn't set that up?
Before the stream started, I figured it out.
That's awesome.
I double-checked
Kudos
it.
to you, brother.
I double-checked
Kudos to
it.
you.
The one thing I didn't figure out is that he did not have your position set, so all of a sudden I'm like hitting buttons, and I zoomed in on random stuff around here. It was like, nope.
I'm sorry on that one.
It's okay. Sorry for whoever's buttocks I zoomed in on by accident in the wrong button.
That's too good. Oh, Mary does grab 60. So not the effort she would have liked there in that turn.
But answered with a match from Liz.
Essentially feels that way, doesn't it?
What I don't know is which version of Darren's scarier. The one that is stoic looking, not talking, or the one that is a chatty Cathy while he's throwing? I feel like the chatty Cathy one's the more dangerous.
Yeah, that's a tough one, isn't it? That's honestly a tough. Let's get in the chat, folks. You Wisconsinites, what's a tougher Darren? What's a better informed player? Is it Darren that talks or Darren that is oddly quiet, which is a rarity?
Yeah, it's very much a rarity.
Yeah, that's a
What a sweet guy.
almost
though.
non-existent. Yeah, you can't. That was kind of the thing that I did frequently hear as soon as I'm walking back to the line, Mary and him shouting, "Good shot, Will." You know, that was kind of cool.
They promise you they were saying it a little sarcastically. I'm just kidding. He has an opportunity now to start taking the darts away from TNC. He's made it even, has gained some grounds, and has done a good push-off. Finds a hat trick. Keith Williams saying, Will Stewart, you need to get out there and stay warm, get off the mic. Here's the thing about that, because I offered Will the same thing, but I figured it out. The real reason he's back here in the commentary booth is because there's a space heater back here, and it's way warmer in the commentary booth than the rest of the tournament ball. So he's staying warm physically.
Yeah, it got cold up here in Wisconsin pretty quick on me. And it's a little chilly now in Wichita as well, but yeah, this jumped up and got me this weekend for sure. For sure. No, but I'll actually be commentating during the match. We're gonna hook up everything so I can hear Nick, and then we're just gonna do it that way, right?
Yeah, there you go. That works for me.
Okay.
AirPod in.
Honestly, that's probably not too hard to do, brother.
No, it wouldn't be, but for the sake of your teammates.
We can do it the first little part of the match, I guess. Why not?
You're like, who needs the first set anyways? Mike Maloney hits a hat trick to leave the 148.
Yeah, tough predicament there, but just go ahead and hammer in another. I mean, that works as well. I don't mind a 108 look, just because there's so many ways you can go about it.
And you get sparkles on the screen when you do it, so that's pretty cool.
That's neaterino.
Bull trip 16 doesn't find it. Finds his old friend trip 7 that we saw in the match-winning 121 check. And there accidentally trips to 14, excuse me, to leave a 35. Bull 8 bull should be the shot here for Mary. Now 35 for Liz. Does find the 3. Right on the line of the 16. Goes outside, and TNC has an opportunity now with Darren approaching to make this one apiece.
Gotta take it.
He agrees. 2 for Bull. Will hates it.
I absolutely hate it.
But Darren loves it, and that's who was throwing it.
Cannot stand that.
I love it. I love it so much.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I mean, 20, 32, 12 for tops. Okay.
I like 2 for Bull there. Let's go, Darren.
No.
1 apiece now. Let's go feel frustrated. She's not happy with her performance so far, even though she's nailing hat tricks and consistent low tons. The finishing has definitely left some to be desired.
Well, Maloney will step in with 591. Just thinking 150. It's almost repetitive at this point in the hour. Just, yep, 150 coming your way.
Oh, take a shot every time I said, and another hat trick.
And another.
And you'll be sleeping under the table.
The turn he wanted to fill it up. It looks like most brackets are going to end around the same time. I think Division 4 is in their third place match, or about to start the third place match.
I thought there was only 3 divisions.
Division 3.
Okay, I was like, I've been advertising.
Sorry, my
Division 3 is, their finals are already underway. It is currently 1-1, so they're in the last leg decider. That is the team of Reed, Michael, and Casper taking on the Chazen is the Biz.
Okay.
Yeah, that one wasn't typed into properly. Team Woody, Bull, and Shay Shay, that is.
And then Division 2 as well. I believe they're just a little bit further back.
4th place match show.
That's what, yeah, there we go.
Just a smidge.
So, yeah, all these brackets coming to a conclusion about the same time. I think they had 58 teams in total for all their divisions. A pretty good amount of participation here in this one.
Absolutely. Well, Valmer in the chat asking a great question, but I think there's a very easy answer. Nick, that would be great to hear Will commentate while shooting. Do you think he would do any better than Mike and Danny did? And the answer is no, because when Will's shooting, I'm not saying he wouldn't say something funny, but at least Mike and Danny are always saying something. Will would be like, all right, well, I'm looking at the floor right now, waiting for my opponent to walk away.
There's moments where I'd definitely be pretty silent. I do got to remind myself about that when I'm, like, doing videos for A to Z and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm very... And it's very tough to do that.
I'm the opposite. You've seen me, like think about our putt-putt video where I'm so over the top, I'm not even, like, paying it remotely
like,
the smallest amount.
Hit the mute button, Nick. Hit the mute. It's right over there.
Well,
Hit it.
You're supposed to compliment how
Hit
funny
it.
I am first. And
all right, on that
2-1.
note, I'll bid you do. I'm going to go warm up.
All right, good luck, Will. We'll be seeing you on the stream here in just a moment's time. You guys are stuck with me, as Minute Best has a 2-1 advantage in this matchup. Mary to get things going. Will she get it off to the races here? She does. Finds a low ton. See how Liz responds. A good answer right back as predicted. Darren and Mike going to go ahead and hit hat trick for hat trick. Leroy will hit 2 bulls missing on the third. And Ian will miss on the first but hit 2 bulls. That is my guess. I'm going to sit back here. Just let the darts talk for themselves. There's the first hat trick that was called. There's the second hat trick that was called. I said Leroy would miss on his last start here. Oh, there's a third hat trick. Predictions wrong, but in all the right ways. And then Ian, I said, would miss his first, then hit 2 bulls. Yep, it's all into the wind. I should have just predicted 4 hat tricks. That was clearly the correct answer to the assignment. I should have just predicted 4 hat tricks. That's 600 points gone in 12 darts. Oh, and Liz really wanted to convert to leave the first look at a finish. Trying to set up a break and throw in a very, very competitive leg right now. Darren instead going to be the one looking to lead that first look at a finish. Hat trick for 63. Perfectly fine. He's thinking about it. Oh, it goes high. I don't love the position of that dart. I would be switching on this last. He's moving. And does find it on that last dart. What an impressive third from Auckland. Good 106 in response. Leroy, this is a must-take 93 in a match where 600 points were scored in 12 darts. And no, doesn't get the go-ahead bold. The man who has been so consistent all day long falling short, and Ian will have a shot at 67 for the match. $17 for Bull. There's a 17 bullseye needed. And found, as Mid at best will go ahead and move on to the finals here against Skylar, Will, and Elliott. As Mike was not convinced the match was over yet, but there it is. So, yes, this is a great, great, great final about to come your way. The one, the only, the Will, the Thrill Stewart, Elliott, Milkman Milk, and Skylar, whatever your nickname is, Belchard, taking on Ian, Liz, and Mike. Don't go far, folks. We have one more match left on our main coverage today. My name is Nick Teixeira, bringing you all the fun and shenanigans. We'll be back in just a moment's time. Well, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. It is the finals of the triples here at the Kenosha Darts Classic in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Looking forward to seeing how this match will play out as we got the seat holders of Skylar Belchard, Will Stewart, and Elliot Milk. Yes, that's right, that Elliot Milk. Oh, and that Will Stewart, too. Oh, and that's Skylar Belchard. Taking on the great team here of Liz Tynan, Mike Maloney, and Ian Hutchinson, and what should be a fantastic matchup. We have not seen these two teams play as they did not get a chance to meet in that seat on the opposite side of the bracket. So I'm curious to see how this will play out as we are dead even off the races here. And Will gets a hat trick to get things going. Mike misses on the first serve with a full lunge there. Will's taking his hat off and putting it back on in the background. He is a mess. And Mike only one ball on the turn. early openings now for Skylar, Will, and Elliot. Elliot and Malcolm to come up here. I've always been such a fan of Elliot's throw. It's very little drawback, all follow through. Where he gets a lot of the momentum from that dart is he does a little bit of that double clutch, and then you can see that dart's pointed at the outside angle and then gets extended to the right direction as he follows through, giving a lot of zip. Ian's been the question mark of today. He has been electric. He has been ice cold. And now he's going to try to find out where he's going to end up in this last match. He also came in as a question mark, as a lot of people in the area weren't as familiar because of his steel tip origins. Well, has the opportunity to leave the first look at a finish. 2 bulls and a good fallout's all you need. 2 bulls and any fallout is all you need. Except for a 3. A 10 on the fallout work. You can see him kind of wave off the dart. Job done. Mike can't leave a finish. You have now 9 darts at 152. Big last start from Maloney on the correction. But the Milkman, 152 to get the first leg on the board. Another one of those. Double 16. Oh, not quite from Elliot, but Skylar will be back with an opportunity at double 8 and a good look there. Ian, 150 to leave 137 and hope for an error. Goes at the 20s. Kind of going all or nothing. Bull now. But misses the big dart. You have to hit the bull in that last if you're going to shoot in that order. It was otherwise a good-looking turn. A 157 leave and a 137 leave aren't massively different. Double 4. Does pin it. That's a 1-0 lead for your seat holders here in this race to 3 battle. I'm going to be honest, folks. I've been thinking about this because Will's now his 3rd match on stream. And maybe it's just because it's triples and I really like Skylar and Elliot, but I thought I was going to use this time to make fun of Will more and do a bunch of different jokes. But there just hasn't been enough to joke about. They've been playing pretty good darts. As they're also going up against pretty good darts with Liz hitting a hat trick. And this has been the exact type of game she's been having based off her reaction. It's I'm either starting off excellent, I'm hitting these big shots, and then it just randomly goes away. And Liz knows the standard that she plays at and knows what she can do and is frustrated when it doesn't work out in the right moments. And back-to-back hats, already eliminating 300 points, straight up eviscerating it. 275 points of separation. Not much you can do. Skylar, I'm not even sure what all that's about other than trying to warm up her hands in the most dramatic way possible. Oh, just 1 bull on the grab there. This is already feeling like this is about to be 1-1. I'll make that 9 perfect darts. For mid at best. This would be something special. Yeah, Elliot starts at the 20 there. Nothing you can do except hit a couple 180s and hope that it covers around. So no harm, no foul. Oh, would have loved to see another one in. But this is still incredible stuff. 14 for 15 on the bulls for mid at best in this leg. Opportunity at 134. Bull double 17 bull. Doesn't get it. Mike calling that dart beautiful. Tees up the bull. And again, nothing Will can do. As mid at best, if they play like this the whole time, no one's touching nothing. Incredible leg from the team. Ian to go ahead and send it to a 1-to-1 scenario. Absolutely does. Averaging 50. Perfect game there from Mr. Ian. And a great play all around there. Great standard from the mid at best team. Skylar, Will, Elliott with the start here in leg number 3. And Skylar to try to set the tone and the pace. This is where things start to go from fun loosey-goosey to let's get a little serious here now. Good look at the bull with a good correction on the last. Liz has been starting off with more hat tricks than not today, it feels like. Sorry, Liz, that was my fault for saying it out loud. Oh, Will does nail that dart flip. Good recovery. The needed dart. But Mike has an opportunity now to take away some advantage. Instead, just leaves it chalk. And here you see Elliott, sponsored by Under Armour, wearing his sponsored logo on his shirt. This is his first start at the bull. Does recover with a low ton. I feel like this is going to be a hat coming in for Ian. All right, I'm done predicting things for a little bit. My bad, Ian. So still neck and neck. Where would that first sign of separation show between these two teams? Two bowls around is not only the minimum, but it's so much of the minimum that if you don't hit it, every time that happens, it feels like you're giving away the match. You're giving an opportunity. 3 bowls, of course, is always going to feel good. Ground gained by mid at best. Because of the going first advantage, I'd still call this a relatively even position, but only if Will hits a big, big shot here. 180 to leave 164. No, instead elects to void the setup on this turn and try to bring it on down. So that means Elliott's going to leave Skylar an out. Mike is going to go ahead and set up Ian an out. At least that's the plan. Wow, now needs 2 trips. And not that one. So wise decision from Will Stewart. Something I don't say very often, folks. Elliott to set up Skylar. Does find the hat trick to leave her 76. Skylar giving a little bit of a celebration there. Oh, and Ian leaves it wide open. 6 starts for 76. Means Skylar, Will, and Elliott are very likely to get to a match point advantage. Full double 13. Outside. Outside. Honestly, though, it's either hit the double or go outside. On 76 with my opponent not on a finish in this format, I probably also would have gone for a more traditional like trip 20 route. But, again, no harm, no foul. It's up to Will Stewart to hit double 13. He dressed up like Leonard Gates the other day. Can he hit the Leonard Gates shot? That is the question. Big dart. Wrong double. Double 7. Yeah, this is exactly what you should do. As he gives it a little thumbs up. You weren't planning to shoot the double 7 this shot. Reset yourself. Throw another phantom dart. You're in Wisconsin. And drills it. Points right at the camera. Will, I wasn't doubting you. At least not out loud. But this is where things, again, get dicey. If Mid at best play how they did in Leg 2, this becomes a very, very interesting last leg decider in this first set. If Skylar, Will, and Elliott pull this off, they will be your champions. And look at this terrible spot on the second dart. You got to find a bull, you would have to think. And it doesn't happen. Liz Tynan only opens up at the 23. And Skylar punished that. Already, yes. It could have hurt more. But again, it's these small little jabs. It's winning each round, right? Think about this. When you look at your opponent's score and your score, each round is like a round in a boxing ring. And you got to see who won that round, who got that little bit of ground gained. It's not about always the big flashy shots. Sometimes those are needed. Sometimes you have to hit those. But what makes a lot of the difference majority of the time, as that is a great hat trick from Mike Maloney, is these little victories, these little 40 points here, 15 points here, these small marginal gains. And Will says, we want to be just a smidge better by 1 point. 101, notoriously the worst low ton you can have. Oh no, Ian slips on the third dart. First one was a good line, just fell low. Elliott a chance to regain. Misses on his first. Grabs a bull, gains some ground. So they're basically ahead by 1 bull and some change right now. Again, Liz with an opportunity to try to help course correct. Right on that wire. Finds it on 2. Another 1 bull turn from Tynan. Skylar also start off with 1 bull herself. Oh, what a time. Almost gets the hat, but will still take a 114. Almost 100 points of separation between these two teams. Mike Maloney going to be focusing on just lowering the deficit, getting them in range, and hoping that Ian does a good setup for Liz. Maybe. Only 1 bull on the turn. Will doesn't even need to leave a finish right here, in my opinion. He just needs to hit a low ton. Stay on the bull. Does do so. Gets a low ton. Caleb's saying 100 is the worst low ton. It's lower than 101. Nope. 101's the worst low ton because 100, that's just a ton. That's my semantics argument for today. Ian can still leave the first look at a finish. It will be a 156 if this bull goes. And does find it. It's a big ask, but something that Liz is absolutely capable of doing. Elliott's going to pressure. He's going to try to set up. Trip 13 lead bull. Went for the trip 19 leave 32. Leaves in at 70. Still a good look. Liz won't take this. 70 is incoming for Skylar. This is for the match. 17 for bull. Won't happen. Mike Maloney will get a shot at double 18 to send this to a last leg decider. Big single 15. Doesn't even hit the setup dart. You can see the frustration there. And now an opportunity. You can see Skylar's reaction. She knows how big that was. and Mike Maloney knows that he had to take that. Takes it in 1. Mike will show first on this 3-dart count up. We've seen the legs get a little hairy towards the end one way or another, but you felt like Skylar, Will, and Elliott were set to break the throw there. But now they don't have to worry about it in the last leg decider. 45 is very beatable. Left side of the board, Elliott. There you go. Nothing fancy needed. It is a win on the diddle, and now Skylar, Will, and Elliott have another chance at match point. Going first in this leg, mid at best. If they win this, we'll send this to another set. Folks, this is intense stuff. I'll be honest, as I've commentated many matches, and I remember early in my career, I always used to get so antsy when my Florida friends were playing on the stream. You could tell that there was some bias in there as Skylar hits a low ton, because I would catch myself cheering so much. And I've gotten really good about trying to eliminate the bias where I can. Will, if he wins this, I mean, to win on your own stream in an actual event, nothing special, not like a little show match between him and I or him and Jen. I know that this is starting to become a little real for him, and real for me as well, as trying to not show my bias too much, because I'll be honest, I'm a big fan of the Mid at Best team. Only grabs one bull. You can see the reaction. With the going first advantage, it's still relatively even, so Mike Maloney expected to hit a hat trick. Elliott expected to follow. Mike did not think that last start was going to make it in, but it does. You can see by the reaction. Elliott will not find the hat trick. And now the throw is effectively taken away. It's an 18-point difference. Ian was looking real solid. Time and time again, he has come through, but he has had some very big dips at other moments. The unknown quantity continues to stay undefined, but a good low ton in this impactful moment. Skylar frustrated. She saw that first dart go. She thought that the other two were falling right in, and they weren't far off. The throw has officially been taken away. It's a 15-point advantage now for Mid at Best. Finds two bulls. Will has a tough moment here. Hat-trick leaves 200. 180 leaves 170. He's going for the 180. Needed all three. Oh, and you have to hit the bull on the switchback. Frustration shown is rightfully felt. And Mike's going to continue to stay good on those bulls. Finds another hat trick. Sitting at 79. Elliott's going to have to tee up an outside opportunity for Skylar if she even gets a look for this first set. Elliott doesn't leave a finish, so it's 6 starts at 79. Mid at Best looking very likely to win this first set. $20 for tops or 10 for bull. 10 for bull. And it doesn't happen. So a little extra level of frustration knowing that you're not on a finish. 46 should be pretty straightforward for Liz's return. 6-10 wire or 14 for double 16. Skylar going to leave Will a finish. Just barely leaves him a finish. But you expect Liz to take this. And there you go, does it. Double-double in fashion. And we get a reset here going into this final set of this matchup. Mid at best taking on Skylar, Will, and Elliott. And you can see Skylar, Will, and Elliott all looking very serious. Will has kind of looked like that the entire time. But I can tell you on the other hand here, Elliott and Skylar normally have a little bit more energy, a little bit more juju going on. But you can tell the demeanor's changed just a smidge. Do want to say congrats to our Division 3 winners here today. As it looks like, yep, that is correct. Reed, Michael, and Casper get the win in Division 3. Division 2 currently has the third place match going on. Mike starts off with 100 here on the diddle game. Elliott gonna try to look for 420s in a bowl. Last start should be bull. And does nail it to go ahead and get the start here in this final set of Division 1. So Skylar to set the pace here. Gets a low ton to get things rolling. And a good low ton response right back. The ladies say, we're not afraid to hit two bulls around. What do you got, fellas? Looks like Will has adjusted his hat since the last set. First one, not very close according to Will. Gonna switch to a trip. No, he does stay on the bull. Normally he switches on that second or on that third dart if he doesn't like that spot. But you know what? Does find at least one. Mike's already made it the difference. And does gain 50 points effectively. 52 to be exact. There's a hat trick from the Milkman to answer right back. And you can see Skylar's back to celebrating. Be on the lookout for Ian Hutch, by the way. I mean, he's a real tough player for someone that literally was typing his email into the dartboard during this event to play. A steel tip player not well versed in the soft tip realm, or maybe he is and just doesn't play actively. Oh, and a blank from Skylar. Throw has now officially been full on taken away. It's a 10-point difference, and Liz Tynan fishing for a hat. She's fishing for a hat. She almost reels in the hat. Big dart. No, doesn't get it. In chat, the irony is not lost upon me. Will saying expletives right towards the player camera after roasting so many players time and time again for doing so. Elliott to set up Skylar. Will do so. Beautiful high ton on the 157. Ian's been good on his checks, though. 81. Will this be able to go for Mr. Hutch? 2 darts at double 12. Over to 6. And it doesn't go. Pulls it inside. Let off the hook. And now Skylar can take a chance at 36 here. It feels must go where the momentum lies, and it goes in 1. But this felt so important. I say that just because the minute best was starting to get more and more momentum after that last leg decider. You couldn't afford to take the L there, and they didn't. Ian missed 2 darts at double. Unfortunate timing from him. Liz will get the start. It opens up wide. We talk about this time and time again in these best of 5 looser start formats. It's all about getting a 2-0 jump if you can. If the opportunity arises, it makes your match percentage go up so much higher on your chances to win. And how about 2 bulls there from Skylar to punish the bagel open from Liz. Mike, though, I gotta say, he's been pretty great overall. That one leg where they fell off for a little bit and there was a lot of 1 bull turns has been a oddity in this all, as otherwise Maloney has been very consistent on getting a hat trick in this final match, excuse me. Will's got to settle himself. Looking up to the dark gods. Sorry, but Jen's busy. The early advantage has been given back, but is not being taken advantage of. Only 1 bull there. Now it's effectively like you're going second again. It's only just a low ton difference. It's 102 points. That's it. A hat trick here gets you a little bit of grounds. Elliott finds the hat trick. Now Liz going to go ahead and try to recover from her earlier opening. Doing a great job. Finds her own hat trick. Resettles that right back. Skylar really needs a 2 bull turn here. A nice low ton. 1 more of those. Does find it. This is a chalk match going into the setup phase. Mike Maloney looking for a 160 to leave 152. Misses on dart number 2. Doesn't even get a chance at the trip. Will Stewart has had a dart to leave 157 from 307. Missed it on the last. This time on the first. Just a 1 bull turn. Ian now to set up. How good of a setup will this be? It's a pretty good setup at that. 89, absolutely in Liz's wheelhouse. 99 in Skylar's as well. Good shot there once again. Skylar has to do that dance every single time, it seems. Will wouldn't know. He hasn't hit a lot of hat tricks. But here we go. 57, double 16. Does go in 2. Liz not messing around with that one, as it is now 1-1 in this matchup. Will Stewart in the chat saying someone send a sub. As long as it's not from Cousin subs. Oh, that place is brutal. Do not recommend. If you're curious, little help here, little help was supposed to be from Will Stewart's YouTube account. Definitely used the USA Darts one. It was not me asking for help. Guys, I got it back here. Skylar, no bulls in the open. One bull grab from Liz, so a little bit of an early round win. Again, talking about these little wins round after rounds. Jeremy saying, tag in, Nick. That would be so hilarious. I don't even think Mike or Ian or Liz would even have a problem with it because they know I have not thrown many darts today at all. Good correction from Elliott. Frustrated. It feels like it's his first start giving him the most issues. And Ian finds a good hat. This is such an interesting matchup right now as 41 points are now in the favor of mid at best. Skylar gets a good low ton in. I know I'm just kind of calling the numbers as they come up, but man, I'm just invested. I'm watching along with you guys right now. And Liz answers Skylar's low ton. She will. Well, Stewart, who has been feeling the pressure based off the Facebook comments. Awkward first start. Good second. Gets a hat trick and gives a little come on there. Trying to get fired up. A little curtsy there from Will. I remember my first hat trick. That's what he needs. He needs to get himself engaged in the match. Not feeling the pressure, but feeling the fun. Mike does not leave a finish there after hitting a 114. All right, Elliott goes ahead and tees up Skylar with 40. Skylar doing the dance once again. Ian needs to set up just in case. That way Liz has an opportunity. Needs to make sure to leave a finish. Does do so. Leaves a 116 in case this doesn't go. To get to match point once again in another 2-1 lead. Double 20. Is it calling your name? Didn't like that first. Reset yourself. Exactly what she's going to do. 2 darts in hand. Double 15. Well, if you're going to miss on the inside on that last dart, it's not the worst spot. Leaves double 14 on the return. If there's a return. Liz would like to prevent that by hitting bull 16 bull right now. There's the bull. There's the 16. There's the bull, a 116 from Liz Tynan. And the timing is perfect. After 3 missed darts at a double there from Skylar, it gets punished. And now, all of a sudden, they are going to a different scenario where mid at best has the match point first. But it's loser's start. Skylar, Will, and Elliott need to have a goldfish memory. Approach this different and get right in here. See the frustrations. Was not happy. That second dart. And corrects quite well. If you're going to step off, tell yourself a whole paragraph and then step back on. Well, better hit it. And she did. Liz, who has continued to improve throughout this final. Only gets 1 bull on the opening. Oh, and misses wide on all three. That could be the opening. Could be. Well, it's not going to be taken. It is now just a reset match. What the heck is going on? This is some 2 a.m. darts if I've ever seen it. That's probably something that is playing against Will, as he doesn't play much. He does stream a lot, and we are used to having energy this late. But the level of focus, it's hard to maintain because you don't realize when it is slipping in and out as a player in the middle of it happening. But, of course, 2 a.m. darts are not going to feel as good as, let's say, 8 p.m. darts. This is still too close to call in this leg. There, another turn with no bowls. Taking a page out of the book of Stewart. What is happening? A cold streak is coming through. That might very well be true, as that last start from the bowl makes things even to once again. Good hat trick recovery from Squilliam Stewart. Mike Maloney going to try to answer right back and keep it within a 3-point game. They try, doesn't go. The fatigue is hitting all the players, it seems. Elliott hits a hat. 89 is the leave now for Skyler. Ian, as a very important turn, has to leave a finish once again. It's moments like this that where we've seen his biggest struggles, is not leaving finishes in these 200 ranges. Needs to stay true, and does do so. It's not going to be a problem here. Hutch is clutch. 89 still needs to be faded, though, for mid at best. Single 18 to leave the bowl. That's fine. That's honestly, Will probably prefers that. But here's the thing. Liz already hit a 116. She can absolutely hit a 125, and this is for the match. She can't hit it now. Just goes ahead and puts it on a double. Puts all the pressure. Can the streamer hit the double to send it to a last leg decider? He can. Here we go. It's one more leg. It's one more leg, folks. Who will be your mixed trips champions? Will it be 3 dart players in mid at best, or 2 dart players and a streamer? And Will going up there pretending to diddle there for Elliott. As looks like the milkman went out to go get milk. Hopefully he doesn't do it like my dad did. Just kidding. My dad's it's just at TOC. It's fun being at the same tournament with him. And here's the milkman back. He did go to top off his milk glass, it seems. This diddle will potentially decide it all, you have to feel. And there, what a correction after that first start to hit a 134. Mike has to find 2 trebles and a good fall. Fishing for a 140. And it won't happen unless he collects 2 more trip 20s. It would have been by 1 point. I think he lost his focus after the first start because he did the same thing I did. I was like, oh, you have to hit the first. But technically, he didn't have to. And now Skylar, Will, and Elliott will get the start in the last leg decider. We've seen this episode before. Will this rerun have a little bit of a different twist to it? One leg, 701 points, and 6 players. No bulls on the open there for Skylar. Liz finds a low ton. Early strikes already for mid at best. But you're just going to reset your brain and say, we're just going second this leg. That's all you have to think about. Good correction. Does answer with a low ton. You're going against the darts now. That's where your head's at. Vice versa, if you're mid at best, you're showing them that the name is just a false flag. Low ton from Mike. He wanted more. If Elliott hits his first, all 3 are going in the bowl. But that's the problem. That first start for Elliott has not been there tonight. Back and forth, back and forth. This is pressure. This is nerves. Good low ton correction from Ian. This is edge of the seat. Skylar had no bulls at the open. And unfortunately, in this last leg, decider is 0-6, but it's only a 15-point difference. Right now, it's still the same thing. You've only lost the diddle. But the problem is it doesn't feel like that in the moment. It feels like everything else. Liz Tynan finds a hat trick. What a massive moment there. Will has to answer with the same. Nothing less. And now has to settle. Does go ahead and still correct for 2 bulls. But you expect Mike to leave 60. You expect him to leave 60. There, he tries to leave 50. Tries to clean up even more just to make sure I sounded silly with what I was saying. 90 is the leave. Elliott confirming with Skylar what to do here. 150 for 118. Probably the preferred route. Now it's bull and a triple. Oh no, and he won't leave a finish. Mid at best will have 6 darts at 90. If Ian doesn't take it, Liz will get an opportunity. So now Ian, no pressure on the shoulders. Finds the bull. Misses the double 20. And doesn't get the double 10 as it salt in the wound, knowing that there's no out available. Skylar needs to take this down in case Liz doesn't take the 10. Finds a bull. Finds a low ton. It's just in case. There's a little asterisk still. Liz Tynan. 2 mismatched darts so far. Liz has her 3 darts in hand. Double 5 is the target. For the win. Goes outside. And then pins it in the corner for a win here into the finals. And Liz Tynan and the mid at best team will prove that they were not just mid, they were just at best. As that will be the win there. You can see the love and respect between the opponents. And what was a great final. There was highs, lows, and everything else in between. But at the end of the day, the team with 3 dart players get the win. And I'm just kidding. That was a great performance all around. Will showing us that he's more than just a commentator and producer. And Skylar and Elliot, of course, being class act players, ESPN athlete Elliot Melk, and Skylar Bell Richard, a freshly sponsored Monster player. But folks, that will be that, as I am going to say that this has been a good time here so far for day number 1 of the Kenosha Darts Classic. It's been a lot of drama, a lot of highs and lows and everything else in between, but what a final to finish it on. And I got to say that my favorite part of it all, though, is Will's prophecy that he knows just as well as I do. The last match of the stream will always go the max possible amount of legs, no matter what, even when a streamer is playing in that final. But that will do it here for our first day of coverage here at the Kenosha Darts Classic. It's been a lot of fun so far, folks, and we're going to have 2 more days of great darting action. Events start at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I believe we go live at 10:30, 11 o'clock, give or take. Guess what? You don't have to guess if you have the notification bell on, because you'll get a notification when we're here live. But that will do it for us. So thank you all for tuning in, and have a great rest of your night.